This country had more oil than almost anyone else on earth, more than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia. And yet, its economy collapsed. This is not a political story, it's an economic one. And it explains why some countries become rich while others fall apart, with the exact same natural resources. When people talk about Venezuela, they often focus on politics. But today we're going to look at something deeper. Because Venezuela didn't collapse overnight. And it didn't collapse just because of one leader, one decision, or one crisis. It collapsed because of a system where oil didn't just fuel the economy, it became the economy. Economists have a name for this phenomenon. They call it the resource curse. And Venezuela is one of the clearest examples of how it works. At first, oil looks like a blessing. You export it, you earn dollars, you fund schools, roads, hospitals, and social programs. But over time, something dangerous happens. Easy money removes pressure. Governments don't need strong taxes. They don't need competitive industries. They don't even need productive citizens. Oil money flows directly to the state. And when that happens, three things usually follow. First, diversification dies. Why invest in manufacturing or technology when oil pays for everything? Second, local industries collapse. The national currency becomes too strong, making exports uncompetitive. And third, power concentrates, because whoever controls the oil controls the entire economy. This is the resource curse, and Venezuela fell straight into it. For decades, Venezuela lived almost entirely on oil. At its peak, oil made up the vast majority of export revenue and government income. As long as prices were high, the system looked stable. Living standards improved, social programs expanded, the state grew stronger. But underneath, the economy was becoming fragile. Private industry slowly disappeared. Imports replaced domestic production. Food, medicine, and consumer goods came from abroad, paid for by oil dollars. Oil wasn't supporting the economy anymore. It was replacing it. And that meant one thing: if oil prices ever fell, there was nothing underneath to absorb the shock. When that moment came, the collapse was brutal. Without oil revenue, the government couldn't import essentials. Businesses shut down. Hyperinflation destroyed savings. And the economy entered a downward spiral. Venezuela didn't fail because it had oil. It failed because oil became the system. Here's the most important part. Venezuela is not unique. Many countries have massive oil reserves. Many depended heavily on them. Some survived, some didn't. The difference was never oil itself. The difference was institutions, rules, incentives, and long-term thinking. To understand that, we need to look outside Venezuela. Take Norway. When Norway discovered oil, it made one critical decision. The money would not be spent immediately, and it would not control daily government budgets. Instead, Norway created a sovereign wealth fund. Oil profits were invested globally, for future generations. Strict rules prevented politicians from using oil money for short-term gains. Oil became a tool, not a crutch. Now compare that to Venezuela. Oil money flowed directly into the state, into spending, into political power. Same resource, same global markets, completely different systems. This is why oil made Norway rich and Venezuela fragile. Natural resources do not decide a country's future. Institutions do. Incentives do. Long-term thinking does. Oil doesn't make countries rich or poor. It amplifies whatever system already exists. In Venezuela, oil amplified dependence. In Norway, it amplified discipline. In the next videos, we'll explore this pattern country by country. How Chile avoided the resource trap, why Nigeria struggled with it, and what separates success from collapse. Same resources, same world, very different outcomes.